questions we ask you tonight on Speak Out India. The anti-rape law has changed, but what about the perverted mindsets? And do the growing incidents of rape prove it is time to stop resisting the death penalty in rape cases? The telephone lines are now open. The numbers flashing on your screens, 01204369420. Go ahead and share your thoughts tonight on Speak Out India. Joining me on the show tonight, I have with me Ms. Vasundhara Masoodi, an advocate in the studio. In a short while from now, we'll also be joined by Ms. Ava Singh, a lawyer from Mumbai. Meanwhile, I have two callers also joining me. Before I come to you, Ms. Masoodi, we have Kailash joining us from Mumbai and Usha Rao from Bangalore. Ms. Rao, stay with me, please. Kailash, kindly go ahead, speak your mind out.
Akshay, I really want to apologize to all the women, sisters, mothers. Really, it's really shocking and what's going on in our country. And regarding this Manesh Agarwal, I don't know what to say. He's saying that some adhikari has given some information. He's lying basically. What nonsense he's talking about? And why Mulayam Singh and why the country should start tolerate such type of politicians. Now, secondly, we are talking about lawyers and this and that. With all due respect to the lawyers, I'm not blaming all the lawyers, but let me tell you, come in Mumbai and visit any court. The lawyers, they struck the deal between the judiciary and the police and the accused people. You come in Mumbai, and that's the reason why we have so low conviction rate in rapes and all those things.
Kailash, what you're saying is there is a total failure of the system in our country, and that's why we look at these cases across the country. Thank you very much, Kailash. I'll have to move ahead. We have Ms. Usha Rao from Bangalore. Go ahead, ma'am. Speak your mind out.
Well, you know, the time has come to award capital punishment to rapists, you know. Large sections of society, among them the so-called human rights activists, who are the most vociferous, they have been resisting death penalty. Now, one thought that the Nirbhaya case last year and the aftermath of it, when there was an outrage and protest across the length and the breadth of the country, and the resultant change in the anti-rape laws would act as a deterrent. Yet there has been an alarming increase in incidents of rape, that too gang rape in recent months, you know. Nothing seems to act as a deterrent for these deeds. I think what can one say when we have politicians like Manesh Agarwal who dismiss it off as any incidents that happen daily? What can we say about the common man?
Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Rao, for calling in. Ms. Masoodi, your response to this brutal gang rape in Assam and the response of the nation at large about the mindsets that people have and what the SP leader has just said today.
At the very outset, let me just say that I am really appalled and I'm stunned and I'm shattered just the way another rape has happened. It's again another rape, but no one understands, especially the administration, which is the most responsible, element while handling such cases. For the simple reason that it is not only the physical assault, it is a murder of the aspiration, it is a murder of the soul, of the spirit of a woman. And that's why I'm really shattered and I'm broken today. Okay,
let's get a quick response from Ms. Ava Singh as well. Now she's joining us live, a lawyer and social activist from Mumbai. Ms. Singh, your response to this brutal gang rape which has led to the death of this 31-year-old young mother on Sunday evening, and the response of the authorities when it comes to this rape.
The response of the authority is pathetic. It is such a serious charge of kidnapping, rape and murder. Three things to one woman, that too daytime, broad daylight. Until now the police is waiting for the post-mortem report. Post-mortem for what? The kidnapping and death are certain. Only for rape you are waiting. But I think there is sufficient time lapse for the police to not act. By now they should have been able to arrest the accused. It is shocking that it is NS 52, which is a national highway there connecting, and what is worse is that when the people came on the roads in Assam, in the Lakhimpur state, only then when the media came, when the public came on the roads, then the authorities have woken up. How can they say that they are waiting for the post-mortem to decide whether it's accident or murder?
Absolutely.
It is total callousness on the part of the authorities on and also the political class, which has been apathetic to the cause.
Absolutely. Like one of the callers just pointed out, the system has failed them. I'll come to you, Ms. Masoodi, in just a bit, but we have Rakesh Patel from Gujarat and Sandeep joining us from Thane. Sandeep, please stay with me. Rakesh Patel, kindly go ahead.
So, good evening, sir. Please judge my comment in context with Tejpal matter, not with Assam matter.
I'm afraid, Rakesh, we'll pick up that issue as well. But tonight we are focusing on this brutal rape story and the mindset of the people. I'm sure you'd like to comment on that as well. What would you like to say about this brutal gang rape? That's what we are focusing on for the moment. Go ahead, Rakesh. Okay, we've lost the caller for the time being. Sandeep from Thane, kindly go ahead, express yourself tonight.
Sir, this Rakesh Patel, we have been observing, he's a congressman. He won't comment on the Assam rape. He is Ram Singh from Chhattisgarh, sometime Rakesh Patel from
Okay,
Mumbai.
Sandeep, I request you, kindly don't be personal on this show. Please don't abuse this platform and Speak Out India. Kindly go ahead, express yourself on the issue we are discussing tonight. What do you have to say about the callous approach of authorities and what the SP of Lakhimpur district has really said today?
He should be suspended, the SP should be not only suspended, dismissed, should be arrested. And does NCW has the guts to file criminal negligence complaint against the SP and the Chief Minister of Assam? For 5 days there is no arrest, nothing is happening. And because NCW the members are all political appointed, where is the NCW head? He is fighting election in
Absolutely. Where are these social organizations and what are they doing about this particular brutal gang rape far in east in Assam? Thank you very much, Sandeep, for making that point. Nelson is joining us from Goa. Go ahead, Nelson.
Yeah, I would like to pass a comment regarding these rape cases. Generally, see, we know that woman is always there for prostitution, and if this prostitution is stopped, I'm sure rape also will come to an end. Because
what are you trying to say? Can you please elaborate? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Can you please elaborate? You mean that whenever rape takes place, it's just because prostitution is there? You want to color every woman you want to color every woman with the paint of with the brush of this prostitution under the same paint.
Generally when prostitution is there, and if the man is what you call lacking of this sort of sex, then they go into raping. So
okay,
please take your statement. Nelson, this is highly insensitive on your part to give such kind of statement.
It's wrong to generalize. It's wrong to generalize, but the show is open to all sorts of comments. But it's wrong to generalize in one go. Thank you very much indeed for calling. But I want to focus back on this particular issue. And Ms. Vasundhara Pathak, I want your reaction on the response. I'm going to read out exactly what the Superintendent of Police of Lakhimpur has said. He has said, I'm yet to physically receive the postmortem report. My officers who are in Guwahati obtained the postmortem report today, which ruled out any angle of rape. The woman died due to severe head injuries. This is the response.
This is the response. You please tell me first of all, Akshay, for a commoner, it was not difficult to ascertain that she was brutally raped, right? Now it was on the part of the
administration. There is an eyewitness in this case.
There was an eyewitness.
There is one eyewitness in this case.
There was an eyewitness and she was raped in a shared auto rickshaw. I have few questions and very important questions for the administration. I want first of all, they all should be suspended equally. They all are responsible for botching up the entire case for the simple reason that what prevented them in the very beginning, when they got to know regarding this woman's condition, what prevented the medical team to conduct the medical examination of the women at the very outset and to ascertain that the rape was committed or not? Why they have taken so much of time, and after 5 days have lapsed, now they say after 6 days have lapsed, they are saying that they are waiting for the postmortem. Means why they have been slumbering? I mean, this is ridiculous. And I really pity all of them.
The question really is, why wasn't the postmortem really done during that time when this victim was actually there in the hospital for 2 days? How long? Let me put that across to Ms. Abha Singh. Ms. Abha Singh, how long does it really take for the postmortem report to come out if the victim was there in the hospital for 2 long days before she succumbed to her injuries?
The postmortem is done only after death. Of course, when she was hospitalized at that time,
she died on Sunday. Today is Wednesday night.
To check with. No, Sunday. Postmortem is 2 days later. But the day she was hospitalized, even when she was alive, they could have done the test and medical examination to verify whether she had been raped or not. So now after that there was no point to wait. They could have done it on day 1. So there is definitely a delay on the team, the medical team and the police to delay the medical examination. Secondly, when the laws are so clear, you should not wait. They should have started their action. What is the police investigative team doing? Why they have not been able to catch the culprits till now?
Absolutely. It didn't stop the medical authorities to have a medical examination in the first place.
I would like to add what Abhaji is saying.
Yes, that's why even when she was alive.
Absolutely. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. They could have done a medical examination then and there when the victim was there in the hospital.
Not only that, they have not been even able to catch that auto rickshaw.
Yes.
And it's surprising to know that it's 6 days now almost, and they have not been able to catch that auto rickshaw.
Okay, I want to bring in a few more people. Let's see what India has to say about this issue. We have Kishore who is joining us from Pune. Go ahead, Kishore, express yourself.
Sir,
yes,
we as men and male people, including you and me, and the President of India, everybody, we should not only apologize, we should hang our head in shame to all these women and our sisters and mothers.
Yes.
What we have, what are we talking? We are going round and circle and circle. Authorities are not responding, and the systems are failed. And there is nobody's interested in police reform.
You know, the problem, Kishore, the problem lies in the lawmakers of our country. And while you make that point, I want to go back to that soundbite we have of SP leader Naresh Agarwal and what exactly he has said about rape cases in the country, and especially when he was asked about this brutal gang rape in Assam. Let's listen into what his comment was.
बहुत से लोग मुझे ये सूचना मिली है, तमाम बड़े बड़े अधिकारी अपने यहाँ महिला पीए नहीं रखना चाह रहे हैं, महिला असिस्टेंट नहीं रखना चाह रहे हैं. हर एक को डर हो गया, पता नहीं कब किसके ऊपर कौन सा आरोप लग जाए.
The SP leader Naresh Agarwal, who's talking about how this happens across the country. Look at the sensitivity that is required. And now my question goes out to Ms. Abha Singh. Ms. Abha Singh, the anti-rape law has become more stringent, more punishment has been added. But the point really is, how do we change this mindset of our lawmakers in the country? This is an SP leader.
Yes, it is shocking, you know, when he says that nobody is going to employ women. What is he trying to say? That women are wrongly implicating men? Instead of saying that the laws need to be implemented in a better way so that offences against women, the sexual assaults against women may stop. He's trying to say women are not being employed because of this. That means he's casting aspersions on the women, that he's doubting their integrity, number one. Number two, the laws are strong. After the Criminal Amendment Act 2013, we have got life imprisonment, we have got death penalty also in certain cases, but still we have been unable to control crime because the faulty is the implementation. The police botches up the case, it doesn't inquire, investigate properly, does not preserve the forensic evidence, does not file the charge sheet properly. As a result, the conviction rate
this irresponsible and callous behavior of even our lawmakers in the country is shocking. And thus we do not see strict measures being taken to curb this menace across the country. Stay with me, ma'am. Stay with me. We have few more people joining us. Rajpal joins me from Mumbai. Go ahead, Rajpal.
You see, unless we have a death penalty for the rapist, nothing is going to change. Even the perverted mindsets cannot be changed unless there are deterrent punishment. And there should be no resistance from the parliament or anybody for changing the law. Let the people know that committing rape means death for them. Only then the time will come. What about this recent this rape and murder of Assam? We should be shameful for this act, and the police has not been able to solve even after a week.
Absolutely, absolutely, Rajpal. Thank you very much for joining in. Let me also go across to Anuradha, who is joining us from Chennai. Go ahead, Anuradha. Speak your mind out.
Punishments should be as strong as what is carried out in countries like the Middle East, where you're able to hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead, ma'am. Yes.
Punishments should be as severe as how it is carried out in countries like the Middle East. In countries like Middle East and few other countries in Asia, the punishment for any crime against women, especially crimes like rape and anything that outrages the modesty of a woman, punishments are to such an extent that it's given in full public view.
Absolutely.
Yes, something
absolutely.
Like
so stringent punishment is what you're asking for. Thank you very much, Ms. Anuradha. Devashish from Delhi, kindly go ahead.
Yeah, hi. I want to say that, you know, though we have now this new anti-rape law, etc., after the 16th December incident, I think what we need to do is, these laws may be there, and as I think Abha has pointed out, I think the laws have not been implemented properly. There are a lot of loopholes in the implementation of the law. I think what needs to be done is that we need to now really put out a very strong deterrent for these rape, for those who are inflicting these crimes. And I think the first thing is we need to do is, once we have a shut case in case of any particular incident, we must establish, once we have established that the crime has been made, we need to provide immediate penalty sentence, hand out a sentence of hanging to those criminals.
Okay, all right. You're also asking for death penalty for rapists in the country. Debashish, thank you very much indeed for calling in. Ms. Vasundhara Masoodi, I want to come back to you. And before we go on the implementation part, I just want to raise a few pointers. We've had politicians like Sharad Yadav who've said, who amongst us has not followed girls? This was just after the Damini case. Then we've had reactions of Shri Prakash Jaiswal, who once said, as time goes by, an old victory or an old wife is no fun. Right? Then we have Naresh Agarwal across party lines.
What all I can say, this is the age-old misogynist, patriarchal mindset against women. Having said that, I must say that with regards to the implementation of these laws, the most important thing for the implementation of any law is the awareness about it. Let me tell you, Akshay, after the Nirbhaya case, we have the new anti-rape law. But many people do not know, and especially the rural class do not know about the recent changes which have been brought about in the anti-rape law. I believe that the government should take rigorous measures in order to make sure that people know about the recent changes.
You are saying, in effect, that lack of awareness of...
Lack of awareness is one of the most important facets. You must have noticed with regards to AIDS and polio, how much awareness has played a great role, you know. I believe that when people come to know about such rape laws, people would definitely deter. They would think twice, thrice, and rather 100 times before indulging into it.
Okay, let me go across to a few more people. Ravindran is joining us from Bangalore, Sudhir from Mumbai. Sudhir, kindly be with me. Ravindran, please go ahead.
Yeah, looking at the scenario that is happening in our country, I believe... See, once you start taking the protection for all the people, lawmakers, then they will understand how a common man is affected. Since we give them all this free coverage and all those things, they always think that they and all their women folk, whatever they are protected. So they're not bothered about what happens in the streets or whatever happens to the women in the country. And when some remarks are told, they will go on saying that the women should wear this, that to protect themselves. Are they not bothered?
Okay, all right, Mr. Ravindran, thank you very much indeed for calling in on the show. Sudhir from Mumbai, kindly go ahead, speak your mind out.
Yeah, actually I wanted to say about Sharad Yadav, you quoted yourself about it.
Yes.
Actually now Naresh Agarwal also made this sort of cheap statement. Actually our politicians know, they do not realize the gravity of this sort of problem. They, in the subconscious, the mind, they also think that women is a thing of physical gratification only. And if they really want to solve this problem, it's not very difficult. Make a separate police, separate hotline number and a separate codes and do it fast. And one or two guys will be punished publicly, and some decoy system they can use.
All right. Sudhir, thank you very much for calling. And I want to go across to Ms. Abha Singh. Now, Ms. Abha Singh, there are a couple of questions that people want to know. One of them, like Ms. Vasundhara Masoodi pointed out, that it is the anti-rape law, that there is no awareness about it. That's why we still see that there is a lot of this crime against women across the country. Secondly, there is also a question about fast-track courts. The conviction rate in our country is so slow that people forget. It doesn't register in their minds. So I want to ask you, how far can the legal fraternity really help? Because you talk about implementation, but what about you? What can you do?
See, number one, the issue is that now so much of media awareness has come. People are treating rape as a crime. Earlier they thought it was something to be ashamed of and put it under the carpet. So that is the biggest awareness that has come. That is why the cases, women are coming forward and registering the cases. Secondly, of course, you are very right that fast-track courts are required. Fast-track courts were always there. We have in fact almost 1500 fast-track courts. But the way the charge sheets are delayed, the basic fault is on the police. They don't file the charge sheet on time. It takes months to file a charge sheet, and then it takes another months to come to the evidence. What can the judge do till the time the evidence is not put up in front of them?
Okay.
Arushi case took 5.5 years. You see other cases, Salman Khan case has taken 10 years.
Right.
Like that. So timing, if the justice is done fast,
okay,
it will connect. People will definitely connect that death penalty is there, provided it is delivered in 3 months.
Okay.
So that time factor has to be taken into account.
All right, stay with me, ma'am. Stay with me, ma'am. Fast track course with a certain amount of time period is important when we deal with such cases.
Especially in such cases where to ascertain the guilt is not very difficult, because the forensic tests are the important evidence against the accused.
Yes.
And that's not a difficulty, and there should not be any bar to, to fast track these kind of cases.
Okay, stay with me, ma'am. I want to go across to, we have a caller from Pune, Geraldi, and Abid from Kashmir. Abid, kindly be with me. Geraldi from Pune, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I'm Geraldi.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
This death sentence is no use of these people.
Okay.
You should actually, what the government must do, should change the sex of these people.
Okay.
Make them a guy and send them onto the road.
Okay.
So the next person will not do that again.
All right. Okay.
Right?
All right. Thank you very much for calling in. Abid from Kashmir, kindly go ahead.
Sir, it is wrong to demand death penalty for rape, and there are good reasons in jurisprudence for this primary among. This is that different crimes must get different punishment for rape.
Okay.
No matter horrendous is not murder and should not be equated with only the taking of life.
Okay. All right. All right. All right, Abhi, thank you very much for calling in. Miss Vasundhara, your closing remarks on the show. I want to understand, will death penalty really be the answer, the question we're putting up?
Absolutely and undoubtedly. And especially, see, I draw a distinction where the rape is committed in a fit of an emotion and where the person is not a criminal by his mindset. Because sometimes we see that the rape has been committed in a fit of emotion, although I really maintain that every rape is grave.
Exactly. So why do you?
Every rape is grave, and in the lights of the recent Supreme Court judgment, which says that life imprisonment means the life till the rest of the life. So imprisonment till the rest of the life. So I believe in such cases there should be life imprisonment, provided where rape has been done in the most grotesque, diabolical manner.
Yes.
There should be no any other penalty that should be handed down to a culprit other than the death penalty.
Okay.
Number two, the most important point I want to raise here,
quickly,
and I want to answer Abhaji on that, that the awareness, I do agree that there has been awareness by media, but please make it more, clarified that the awareness is not awareness as we do see in every nook and corner with regards to tobacco, with regards to alcohol. And I'm sure if the awareness is done on such a level,
I want to give just 10 more seconds to Ms. Abha Singh. We're out of time on the show. Ms. Abha Singh, 10 seconds, ma'am. Closing remarks. Is death penalty the answer, or what else do you propose? Closing remarks, ma'am. 10 seconds.
Death penalty definitely will be a deterrence, but along with that, speedy laws, conviction 100%. Conviction is what is going to be a deterrence. If there is 100% conviction instead of the 20% which is today, I am sure it will send shudders down the spine before a man decides to rape a woman.
Well, Ms. Abha Singh, they're putting it all together for us. Ms. Vasundhara Masoodi, Abha Singh and all the callers, thank you very much for participating on Speaker India. Clearly, the anti-rape law as of now remains ineffective, and a lot more needs to be done with security and safety of our women is concerned. Thank you very much for participating. Good night for now.